Okay, let's see. What's today? Oh, today's April 28th, which is a Thursday. Just came out of class. Finals, it's literally like 2 weeks away. Or less than 2 weeks away, I should say. Let's see. So, how has it been since last video? I don't even know what I said or not. I'm pretty sure I expressed how he wasn't there Tuesday. Yeah, so Tuesday I came home like around 7:03. I didn't get off because I don't want to see him. I want to, if I can, I'm gonna go ahead and take the opportunity of not just seeing him in person. I don't know. I may be acting childish, but I prefer not to see him than as opposed to getting his attitude, getting his little tone with me. I'm pretty sure if I were to tell him this, like, oh, well, you have an attitude too, or well, I don't know. It's always a back and forth thing. So I just want to avoid that. I want to avoid that whole situation. I don't want to put more negativity in my life, which there's already enough of, given the situation. So yeah, Tuesday just went to my sister's job over something. When I came back, it was like almost 9, like 8:40ish or so. Of course, he was not there. Wednesday, I was the one who took my son to school. I was the one who picked him up. So the last time he saw my son was that Tuesday evening. A whole day went. Wednesday, the whole day, nothing. No sign of him, no word of him. He saw my son again just today, this morning, when he took him to school. So that's more than 24 hours that he hasn't seen him or talked to him, from what I know. My son does have a cell phone, but my son, he usually is good at expressing, like, oh, hey, my daddy messaged me, or somebody messaged me, because he doesn't really get text messages. And that's the thing that's bugging me right now. And it sucks because I cannot express this to him because he's gonna take it. Last time I did, when it came up for his son, he took it upon that I was just telling him this because I was jealous that he was leaving. And best believe that's not the case anymore. But anyways, more than 24 hours without getting in contact with my son. Probably, yes. I understand he was working. Let's just give him the benefit of the doubt that he was working the whole day, the whole evening, the whole Wednesday, which of course that's not true. But let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's pretend that's what happened. But you do get breaks. You do get lunch. If you don't, sometimes he doesn't get lunch, but you do get breaks here in between. Sometimes you get lunches depending how, if he wants to take it or not. But that's the thing that's right now bugging me. It's more than bugging me. It's actually, I'm getting bothered that he doesn't have the time to call and check up on my son. Even a text of, hey, something, good morning, call him. He does not have the time for that, but yet he has the time to spend the whole day with this girl. I understand he's providing for him. I understand he's the one, paying the rent. I understand that. I'm not complaining about that. It's just the way that I'm feeling right now is making me upset that for more than 24 hours, he didn't call my son. Of course, my son didn't say anything about it. My son thinks, oh yeah, he's working, But if you're gonna go out and be a horn dog, with this girl, this girlfriend, whatever you want to call it, future baby mama, fiance, wife, future wife, whatever, you should have the tendency to get your phone just for 2 minutes or less, call him, tell your supervisor if you are working, something like, hey, I haven't talked to my son, can I talk to him? 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure you have 2 minutes. If you don't have 2 minutes, hey, I need to use the restroom. Get your phone. There's so many ways. I understand. I have had works that is constantly busy all the time. Even though it's constantly busy, I find ways. There's ways for me to use the restroom and to text somebody, because I've done it in the past. That's the thing that's bugging me. And like I said, I haven't expressed this to him because he's gonna take it the wrong way. And he's gonna be like, really? Like last time, you're questioning my love, you're questioning this, you're questioning that for my son. You know who you're telling this to. He's gonna give me the whole X, Y, and Z, the whole alphabet of what he does for his son. But right now, the attention he is giving it to the most is this girl. And I'm not liking that. I'm not jealous. I'm not. Trust me, in the beginning I was. That my son is not noticing, it's good. But I do want to say that the moment that my son tells me that he feels like he's not seeing his dad as much as possible, that he feels that dad is working a lot, whatever phrase my son gives me that expresses something between those lines, oh, best believe I'm gonna go ahead and inform his dad. I don't care if he thinks that I'm jealous. I don't care if he thinks that I'm crazy. I don't care if he thinks I'm delusional or that I'm like dying over him. No. Me, I put myself in that situation now that I'm single. If once there's a guy, we start dating, and let's pretend that I do go out for a night out in a hotel with this particular, I don't know, future guy. Me, as a mom, I will for sure call my son the next day. Now, in knowing me, most likely it will be that same night before he goes to sleep. Like, hey baby, how you doing? I miss you. I just want to check on you. Okay, I just want to say good night. I love you. Bye. Next morning, hey baby, how you doing? Just keeping him, even though I'm not gonna be around him, just have him there, because it's your son. I don't know. That's the way I'm feeling. And when I'm like, now that I'm expressing this, it doesn't feel that I'm wrong. It doesn't feel that I'm just like overreacting. No. But yeah, like, 'cause I'm not gonna say anything until my son mentions something. Today he messaged me something about the bank issue. Pretty much we were going back and forth. Like, I told him, like, what, it's not my fault. It could have been both of us, or it was both of us looking at the transaction. Like, no, I keep everything calculated since last week. Now, like, I would appreciate if you consider that it's also your fault. No, I've been, same thing. I have everything accounted for, and I literally, what, this going back and forth, it's ridiculous. So yes, Brian, you are correct. So what I can do is give you half now and then half later. Is there any possible way you can look for the other half on your end? Right away he's like, okay, if you can give me the money, or if you can take out the money today, please. Little by little I'm realizing things that I'm like, how can I be so stupid of letting myself some things for him to get what he wants. But I'm to this point that I just don't want to argue. I don't want to keep going back and forth. This has nothing to do with my son, so might as well cut the conversation short, even if it takes me taking the blame. It is what it is. Right now, it's not even a month. I just checked the date. Next week is barely gonna be a month, and it seemed like we have broken up since like 3 months ago. It seems like it's just dragging on all this time. It's gonna be one heck of a long year. But yeah, like, how am I doing? I'm just right now. I'm focusing on my son. When it comes to his dad, I can feel more and more that the love that I have for him is turning to resentment. I can literally feel that, because whenever I see him, the little times I see him, I haven't seen him for like more than a week. I want to say probably like a week, a little over the week, a week and like 1 or 2 days. But the little times that I picture myself seeing him, because when I'm driving home from picking up my son, the first thing I say, like, please do not be there, please do not be there, please do not be there. And I imagine myself seeing him, like, oh my God, I just don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. When in the past, when this recently happened, I will be like hurrying to get home so I can see him, so I can see like how he's doing, like, obviously not know, just see like how is he, But now it's like, no. But yeah, I think today he gets off early. I think like around 4:35ish. I have no idea. I hope he doesn't go home. I hope he goes. It's so bad, huh? I'm saying that he needs to have time for his son, but yeah, I'm saying I hope he goes with the girl. But it's because, see, that's what I mean, that I'm not jealous. I don't mind that like, I don't care if he's spending all this time with this girl, but don't forget about your son in between. Call him up to ask him how was school, how was this, how was that. Call him, message him. Yeah, it's fine if you're like, obviously that's your business, but just because you're dating, don't forget about your kids. But yeah. So yeah, there's this situation that I'm going through. It's definitely teaching me something. And that is pretty much that whenever I feel something, is that it's not just in my head. I'm feeling that for a reason. But in reality, back then I used to think like, oh my God, it's just in my head. It's just in my head. But anyways, we'll see how it goes later on today and the rest of the week.